Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Couldn't find my chair. It was way down. I almost sat down on nothing, and I would have fallen over. Of course, you wouldn't have been able to see this. You would have just heard it. I would have left it in for him, just letting you know that is the type of person I am. I'm kind enough, generous enough to allow you to share in that with me. But that didn't happen, so you'll just have to imagine it. Anyways, we have a knife from EKnives, an EKnives exclusive Hinderer here today. And I believe this is available right now. So I'll link it down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to EKnives for sending this in so I can share it with everybody. And make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. So what do we have here? I actually have the ooh, they were right. You were right. EKnives, you were watching, you were right. You said the burgundy's nice. They made a suggestion on which one I should show here. So yes, you were correct. That does look nice. So this is the Eklipse 3.5-inch spear point non-flipper in Magna Cut. This will be my second EKnives exclusive Eklipse non-flipper. But I believe the blade shape on this guy is, maybe it's the same, maybe it's slightly different. What's different about this guy is the micarta front scale and the use of Magna Cut, which is super duper cool. Now, I can't decide if I, will end up keeping the micarta scale, which is really nice. This is almost like a brick red micarta, or if I want to go with a titanium scale, which will be a little bit of a tricky thing to hunt down here. So yes, they always come from the factory tip down. No worries, we can switch it out. Let's go ahead and deploy the blade here. Yes, it has that ZT0392 look, that blade shape, which back then I think was actually, ooh, is this different? Ooh, hold on a second. Something is slightly different here, and I want to compare it with my other Eklipse non-flipper, which I should have. I just assumed that they were almost identical outside of the blade shape, but that's clearly not the case here. Okay, well maybe it is. We'll find out here in just a moment. I've got it. Don't worry. So this is from their last run, and I'm noticing here how that little deal comes around. But let's see. Oh, I'm just stupid. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm dumb. It is in fact exactly the same. So I actually kind of appreciate that this little hook allows you to catch it right where there would be double clutch, but there's not. So this is the one I attached the full tie scale to, and it was a CPM 20 CV blade. This is a Magna Cut blade, which I'm sure that many people will, prefer over CPM 20 CV. I think Magna Cut makes more sense. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, if Rick Hinderer has bumped the HRC on Magna Cut. I know in the early days of Hinderer, and actually many other companies, whether they were, Chinese production companies or, U.S. in-house companies, many companies were running this stuff soft. Some people were running it like silly soft, right? But the optimized zone, of course, for Magna Cut is between 60 and 64. I think heavy-duty, outdoorsy, kind of like you're going to beat it into the earth, bushcrafting, survival, fixed blades probably would benefit from the lower end of that spectrum, whereas folding knives that are meant to do a lot more continuous cutting on materials, continuous cutting of materials that are substantially softer than the blade. Obviously, the higher HRC range, about 62 to 64. A lot of people say optimally 63, 64 is usually where people like to be. I would say as long as it's 62 plus, that's kind of where I say, I kind of would like to see it on a pocket knife. But I honestly have no idea. Judging this thing right out of the box, the action is gorgeous. This is one of those things with Hinderer knives that I have noticed has just continued to improve over time. The detent is, by the way, tuned differently on non-flippers versus their flipper knives. Their flipper knives have a slightly heavier detent, and the position of the thumb stud being as it is optimized as a stop is not in the perfect spot to deploy it when the detent is as heavy as the flipper variations. However, these non-flipper variations, they have lightened them up to make them exactly, in my opinion, exactly perfect. I'll show you here. Still nice and clicky, completely and totally centered, very good. Wish that they would go back to the domed studs, but the flat tops are fine. They work just fine. Something that I also mention about Eklipse knives, a lot of people that are looking to pick up their first Hinderer knife ever might be looking at both the XM18 and the Eklipse. And part of the reason that you might be attracted to Hinderer knives is the modular nature of their hardware. Stuff like the pocket clip can attach to pretty much any Hinderer knife. Save for, does the full track have its own pocket clip? I actually can't remember. Most Hinderer knives have the exact same pocket clip. They don't all have the same screws or pivot screws. A lot of people don't know this. You need a Eklipse-specific pivot, and you also need Eklipse-specific screws. Your XM18 screws are actually a hex head, whereas your Eklipse screws, believe it or not, are a T6 Torx, and apparently always have been. So little things like that are things that you'll want to be paying attention to, and the standoffs are also slightly different. I have modified so many Hinderer knives, so many, to the point where I could probably make a guide. In fact, I think years ago I actually did make a guide on this. But I think this is probably, this and the Harpoon, I think they did do a Harpoon Spanto flipper Eklipse here recently. Those are the two best looking blade shapes. But the reason that I like this one so much is because this blade is what they came up with when ZT and Hinderer were collaborating to do the 0392, which is now an incredibly rare collaboration knife. They did a whole bunch of different variations of it. Most of them were this blade. They did have a couple of Wharncliffes, but this blade was not available in production form with Hinderer Eklipses. And actually at the time, the actual Hinderer Eklipse was so rare, it might as well have been a unicorn. I remember thinking, did the Eklipse actually ever release? I mean, it is so unbelievably rare. Is it a knife that you can actually get your hands on? Back then, and back then would have been, to me, 2012, 13, 14, right in there. Back then, it was incredibly scarce. But nowadays, obviously, Hinderer has expanded and caught up with production. And now they do, you know, sort of, I mean, I guess it's a collab, right? But you're doing a dealer exclusive, in this case, with EKnives. I think this is a really fun one. And even though the Hinderer Eklipse, I think, makes a better, I mean, all the way around, the ergonomics of the Eklipse are, in fact, in my opinion, I shouldn't say in fact, in my opinion, they are better than the XM18, right? The Eklipse was truly meant as an evolution of the XM18. The flipper tab is fine. I think just like the XM18, you are freed up ergonomically with there not being a flipper tab. Some will always prefer the flipper tab, but without the flipper tab, you are truly freed up completely. So now that I actually have two of these, I can feel free to go ahead and EDC and use one, which honestly will probably be the Magna Cut and Burgundy or Brick Red. I don't know what we want to call this. I feel like maybe over time it might get even darker. But yeah, I think the Magna Cut and Burgundy micarta will probably be the way to go. This is a really cool exclusive. I don't think a lot of people realize that EKnives does this. So if you want to pick one of these up, this is an extremely, you can go back and actually watch my review of this guy. This is a very recommendable knife. And for those of you starting out with Hinderer knives, this wouldn't be a bad one to start with. It's really good. So yeah, thanks so much to EKnives for sending this in. Big fan of this guy. I guess we can't, I mean, I feel like everybody kind of knows that the XM18 and the Eklipse are essentially the same size. It's just the Eklipse has more cutting edge because it lacks the full forward choil here. Though this non-flipper does have enough for the finger, but you're looking at 8 1/4 inches with a 3.5 inch blade and slightly more cutting edge than the standard, the flagship XM18 3.5 inch that is not a no choil. There are no choil versions of the XM18 that have a little bit more, but yeah, 8 1/4 inches. And you know, truthfully, you could measure this a bit longer. You could measure this at 3.65 with a cutting edge of 3.35. So there you go. Very cool stuff. Definitely one that's going to get used and enjoyed in the pocket. That is going to be it today, guys. Check out EKnives. Check out the link in the description for this guy at EKnives. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.